good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Nets. They lead by a bucket. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. If you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Nets, what do you think, guys?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Nets. DeAndre Bembry is out there with Johnson. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Patrick Mills. And it's Carter in at the shooting guard position. Here's Caruso. No good that time. The Nets go the other way with it.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, Zach LaVine with his first All-Star selection in 2021, and then the Bulls added a second All-Star, Nikola Vucevic, at the trade deadline. LaVine said, "We got another big-time player here. Guys, with this combination, they have a chance to be special."
Well, they're putting some pieces together, Allie. Thanks for that.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top. BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn, and there's a 10-second limit on free throw routines. But we see some players ask for time before they get the ball. Brad, do you think that should count as part of their time?
You know, BA, I don't see why not. I mean, it's about keeping the game moving. So asking the ref to hold the ball longer, not exactly compatible.
So Chicago going with an almost entire new group here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Bradley. Green comes in for Johnson. DeRozan is checked in for Jones. And it's LaVine in for Brown. Durant with it. Picked up by DeRozan. To the wing, right side. Oh, they get a hand on it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Durant for 3. Counted from distance. Durant's got his third bucket of the night.
Boy, you just have to sit back sometimes and admire the shooting form of Kevin Durant. Shoulders squared, body straight, pre-shot preparation perfect.
DeRozan passes to Green. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
The Nets with a lead.
And Zach LaVine just continues to refine his game. His shot selection has really improved. He's much more choosy on when he shoots. I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Vucevic finds Green. Here's LaVine for 3. And that comes off the assist by Green. LaVine's got 6. You know, while LaVine is picking up his spots a bit more, he is still the guy for this team late in games.
He really is. I mean, he can create a shot for himself any trip down the floor. He's been the de facto leader for a while for this Bulls club, and nobody else has as much experience on late game shots.
Caruso with the bucket.
And they seem to have a hard time picking good shots in the first quarter, but it's all coming together now for them here.
Outside Harden. Gets the 3 to fall. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Back to LaVine. Right side Green. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn.
Well, we think of Durant as a naturally gifted scorer. Fact is, this guy understands how to get his teammates open.
For Chicago, they've gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Pass to DeRozan from behind the arc. The rebound by the Nets. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Orlando where they'll face the Magic. And that's their 5th of 7 games out on the road. The deep three from Durant. And the Nets, another three.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient. Such a big-time athlete. LaVine makes the hardest moves look easy.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
It was, frankly, embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were too.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
Ball, he's checked in for Chicago. Here's Harden. Pass to Griffin. The kick to Durant. Six to shoot. Driving in. And Durant with the big finish.
Well, the length is a problem, right? Kevin Durant on the drive, hard to stop.
The Bulls have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. From deep. And Ball gets it to go. Ball's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Harden into the lane, out to Harris. It's good. Off the assist from Harden.
Well, he is tailor-made for the catch-and-shoot game. Joe Harris, a knockdown shooter.
And the call will be against James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
On the wing, DeRozan, guarded by Durant. And the basket by DeRozan. DeRozan's gotten his second bucket on the night.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively, and their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
Kept alive.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Ball. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Blake Griffin picks one up. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Nets.
They definitely had a hot hand from three-point range to this point. Always nice to start out like that.
Yeah, we've seen them burying their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. A good first half for them in that department.
Brooklyn's gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Pass to Brown. Here's the 3. Drains the triple. Brown's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Though he does have a scorer's mindset, Harden's vision and experience playing alongside some of the best talent in the league have made him an awesome playmaker.
Oh, and the jam by LaVine.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Harden, deep three-point land. And the Nets, another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Ball against Harden. Outside LaVine. Out to the wing. There's Ball with a 3. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Outside Durant. Shot clock at 5. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Kevin Durant is such a difficult check, right? You've got to guard against the shot, and this is where he can draw contact and make it so difficult.
And both free throws good for Durant.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Outside Johnson. Kevin Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for Brooklyn. He put together 10 points in the quarter. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 16 points and 1 assist. He's been in the midst of some incredible games lately.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Ball and Levine make up the backcourt. Green out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. He buries it from 3.
Well, this is the shot that DeMar DeRozan has worked so hard on. He could always make the 3. It's just become more a part of his arsenal.
Here's Harden. He takes it in. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Harden's got 10 points.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
DeRozan up top, guarded by Durant. There's Ball with a 3. Kevin Durant pulls it in. The Nets with the lead. And KD always in the debate over who's the top dog in this league.
And what's interesting is he doesn't really want any part of that discussion. He said, one thing I told myself, don't worry about who people say is the best player. Blocking out distractions is key to achieving greatness.
Levine, that one's good.
The consistency for Zach LaVine is a guy who's going to be productive night after night after night.
Harden fires away from outside. Knocks down the triple. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, this is a little bit of showmanship right there, from his nifty handle to the way he finishes. Nicely done by Zach.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Can, capturing the moment. Durant has the open look, and he buries that one. Back rim and in. He's got 18.
You know, I think this guy just loves the game of basketball. The preparation, the interaction with his teammates. He has